You don't need to be a genius in what I do. That's the good thing about it. If I went into physics or so, a whole lot of other subjects, I'd be an also-ran. But I am in a game that you don't need. You probably need 120 points of IQ, but 170 doesn't do any better than 120. It may do worse, probably do worse, but you don't really need brains.
Warren Buffett, the legendary investor, has made a bold move that has captured the attention of the financial world. With a staggering $325 billion in cash reserves and significant stock sales, his actions send a clear warning. It's time to pay attention. In this video, we will explore the implications of Buffett's strategy and what it means for your investments. Before we dive in, if you've ever considered investing, the first link in the description will lead you to Interactive Brokers, the platform I personally use and highly recommend for its robust features and competitive pricing. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Warren Buffett's recent actions raise eyebrows. His record cash reserves signal something significant. Investors should pay close attention. It's not just about the numbers, it's about what they indicate for the future. The unprecedented cash reserves. Berkshire Hathaway's cash reserves have reached a staggering $325 billion. This amount is larger than the GDP of many nations. It's even more than the combined market value of major corporations like Coca-Cola and Disney. This unprecedented cash pile is 6 times greater than what Buffett held during the 2008 financial crisis. So why is he holding on to so much cash? It's a strategic move that reflects a cautious outlook on the market. Buffett has always believed in maintaining a solid cash reserve. This strategy allows him to act when opportunities arise. His past decisions have proven this approach effective. In the late 90s, while others were investing in overvalued tech stocks, Buffett held back, accumulating cash. When the market crashed, he seized the chance to invest in quality companies at lower prices. Buffett's relationship with Apple. Buffett's recent decision to sell a significant portion of his Apple stock has raised eyebrows. Apple has long been a cornerstone of Berkshire's portfolio. At one point, the investment was valued at an astonishing $178 billion. Buffett sold nearly 10% of his Apple shares recently. This reduction is not just a minor adjustment, it signals a shift in strategy. Buffett has praised Apple's business model and leadership for years. His willingness to sell now indicates deeper concerns about market valuation. Buffett's struggle to find reasonably priced investments is apparent. With Apple's stock reaching new heights, he sees diminishing returns. This situation prompts him to reconsider his position in a company he once deemed a long-term hold. Market valuation concerns. Buffett has become increasingly vocal about market valuations. The current environment raises alarms. The Buffett indicator, which compares the total value of the stock market to GDP, is at an alarming 208%. This figure is unprecedented. To put this in perspective, during the dot-com bubble, the indicator reached 140%. During the 2008 crisis, it only hit 110%. Today's reading dwarfs those levels. It signals a severe disconnect between stock valuations and real economic activity. This disconnect is concerning. It suggests that the market has grown too large for the economy to support. Just like a tree with an oversized canopy, something must give. Buffett's defensive actions reflect his awareness of these troubling valuations. Implications of rising taxes. Tax implications add another layer to Buffett's strategy. He has hinted at the likelihood of higher capital gains taxes. This concern is especially relevant given the current U.S. debt situation. Selling Apple now, despite the potential tax costs, indicates his belief that holding may become costlier. Buffett's willingness to incur significant tax liabilities signals urgency. He understands the broader implications of the economic landscape. By selling now, he may be trying to mitigate risks associated with future tax increases. Understanding the debt-to-GDP ratio. The U.S. debt-to-GDP ratio is another critical metric Buffett is monitoring. Currently, this ratio stands at around 120%. It reveals a troubling reality. The government owes more than the entire annual output of the economy. This situation creates a complex web of financial pressures. Higher debt levels lead to increased borrowing costs. As the government raises interest rates to attract buyers for bonds, the ripple effect impacts everything from corporate profits to consumer spending. Buffett's actions suggest he is preparing for these economic challenges. By increasing cash reserves and reassessing investments, he positions Berkshire to navigate potential turbulence. The current financial landscape is unlike anything we've seen before, and Buffett is keenly aware of the risks involved. If you're concerned about your financial security and are thinking about investing, check out the first link in the description. It's the platform I use, Interactive Brokers. Click the link to learn more. The ripple effect of financial pressures. The current financial landscape is fraught with pressure. As government debt escalates, the implications stretch far beyond mere numbers. The repercussions ripple through the economy, affecting everything from corporate performance to individual spending habits. When the government borrows heavily, it often leads to increased interest rates. Higher rates create a strain on businesses. They face elevated costs that can eat into profit margins. This situation can lead to a slowdown in economic growth. As businesses tighten their belts, consumer spending typically follows suit. People become more cautious. They save more and spend less, anticipating tougher times ahead. This shift can create a feedback loop, further compounding economic challenges. Analyzing government debt. The U.S. government's debt has reached alarming levels. With a debt-to-GDP ratio hovering around 120%, the situation is serious. The country owes more than it produces in a year, which is unsustainable. This high debt level raises concerns about the government's ability to manage its finances. Increased borrowing costs become a reality as the government needs to attract buyers for its bonds. These costs can result in higher taxes or cuts to essential services. Such actions can stifle economic growth. The government's financial decisions directly impact businesses and consumers alike. When the government struggles, the entire economy feels the strain. Corporate debt dynamics. Corporate debt is another critical factor in the current landscape. Many companies have relied on low interest rates to fuel growth. They borrowed heavily to finance expansions and stock buybacks. Now, as rates rise, these companies face a harsh reality. Refinancing debt at higher rates can lead to significant financial strain. Profit margins shrink as companies pay more to service their obligations. This pressure can force businesses to cut costs, including layoffs. As companies tighten their budgets, the impact on the workforce can be severe. Job losses lead to reduced consumer spending. The cycle of economic contraction can begin, further complicating the recovery process. A look into Buffett's historical moves. Warren Buffett's past decisions offer valuable insights into his current strategy. He has a history of preparing for economic downturns. By building cash reserves, he positions himself to take advantage of market corrections. During the dot-com bubble, Buffett faced criticism for staying out of the tech frenzy. His patience paid off when the market crashed. He was able to invest in quality companies at bargain prices. Similarly, in 2008, Buffett's cash reserves allowed him to capitalize on distressed assets. His investments in Goldman Sachs and Bank of America not only generated significant returns, but also helped stabilize the financial system. Crisis management lessons. Buffett's approach to crisis management is instructive. He emphasizes the importance of maintaining a strong cash position. This strategy allows for flexibility and the ability to act decisively when opportunities arise. In recent years, Buffett has demonstrated a heightened awareness of market conditions. His current actions reflect a deep understanding of the risks involved. By reducing exposure to high-risk assets, he prepares for potential downturns. The lessons from his past are clear. Staying informed and ready to pivot can make a significant difference. Investors should take note of Buffett's caution and consider their own strategies in light of the current economic landscape. For those seeking to take control of their financial future, platforms like Interactive Brokers can provide access to a wide range of investment opportunities, allowing individuals to participate in the market and potentially build wealth over time. Click the first link in the description to learn more. We hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future uploads.